Hello, welcome back to Plumbing College. Today, Brian the electrician is going to teach us how to wire up a plug.
13 amp plug top. There are various makes out there. Quality ones cost money. This is an economical one. There's always a leaflet explaining how to connect it. And then one of the things that's important is to ensure the fuse is correct. As a domestic side of the business, you've only got two sizes, a 3 and a 13. The function of the fuse is to protect the flex. There's two types of fuses there. Normally a reddy colour is a 3 amp and brown is 13 amp. It's important to put the right size fuse for the right application. Right, so we take the plug apart. You can do. It will come apart, these particular ones. This is the cool grip, so you need to undo the cool grip. So we're just not going to undo it fully, just going to undo it. And if you notice on the cool grip, you can turn it around two different ways. There's the larger hole there and a smaller one there. You can turn this bit round. Right, so we're going to strip the cable, nibble around the outside of the flex. This looks easy, but it is not. You've got to be careful you don't actually damage the wiring. If you've done it correctly, when you bend it over, it will pull back on where you snipped it. And that's what you're looking for. Then you can pull that off, and you want to check there's no damage around there. You've got the conductors at a fair length, and you want to get this dressed in the right sequence to go into the plug. Don't worry about the cool grip, we can sort that out in a second. So we know that the brown goes to the right, the blue goes to the left, and the yellow and green goes to the top. Makes no difference which one you do first. If you want to get the sequence right, then you can put the little bits and pieces back in to see how far you've got to strip the cables. You can see that one's got to go very close to there. So we can do this one first. Put your fingers there, cut off the excess, just nip round this cable, pull gently and it will come off. To twist this clockwise. So clockwise is, yeah, so we twist this up. Due to a small cable, all single terminations should be doubled over once below 2.5. So we're going to cut this to size, bend this over with your fingers so we can fill up the terminal fully. We can take this bit out. Just make sure when you put this bit in that it's the correct way round because of where this is. So that's the correct way round, so the conductor has to go into that end. Now when you push this in, if the screw's not open fully, you will push some of the conductors off. So we just need to nip that up. We can put the other part of the plug for the live conductor in. We can take out one side of the cool grip now completely. Again, always put the screws back in the lid so you know where they are. If we've undone the second one enough, we can just turn that around. That's why you don't need to take it out fully. Now we need to put this in here. We're going to put this fuse in. This is a 3 amp fuse. And it's always best when you put the fuse in to make it easier for the customer so they can actually see the value of the fuse. They may not understand what the colours mean. You see we've got the live conductor in, and if we was to spin round the cord grip, you can see the cord grip is, the outer sheath is inside the cable. Now we can do the same with the other conductors. Again, dress the cables accordingly. Have a look to see how they come in and dress them so they don't cross over too much. So we know that's where this blue neutral's got to go. So again, we're just going to hold that there, put that there, cut off the excess and strip this off. Again, we twist clockwise. Be careful you don't puncture yourself. Then use your fingers to bend it over. It looks easy, but if you're doing it for the first time, it's not so easy. This plug has never been used before, so we've got to put that in there to hold that so we can undo the screw properly. It makes no difference on this particular one which way this goes in. On some of them it does, so be very careful. So we undo that. We can take that out fully. Again, we're going to put this conductor in there. Make sure this is fully open so you don't push the strands back. So we've got two conductors in, and the most important conductor is the CPC. Again, measure that round. Clockwise is a standard way that we'd always twist cables. If you look carefully, you can see there's a natural twist in it. So you've got to twist it clockwise. It does depend which end you cut the cable off, where it's come, but it's normally clockwise. Yeah. So we just twist this clockwise to make it nice and even. Trim off the end. If you've done it correctly, you will see it appears the center wire is come out the end there. It means these are twisting round and it appears that comes out. So just give that a little trim and bend that over. Use your fingers, watch you don't stab yourself. Again, we're going to need to undo this screw. So just put that in there. Again, this earth pin can go in either side. It makes no difference which way it goes. On some of them, it does. So we're just going to nip that up. Push it into the correct terminal and then do it up tight. So when we do the screw up on the core grip, then we've got to check it actually does the function it's required to do. Right, so we just do the core grip up. What you want to do is to make sure it's done up evenly. Make sure the insulation is inside. And if you've done it up correctly, give that a little pull. If it doesn't come out, you've done it correctly. Just recheck the terminations because they do work loose. Then we can put the plug top on. there we have it.
Now you know how to wire up a plug, it's your turn to have a go.